5K Invitational. I'm Leafx, and here with me is James Bott. We've already seen some incredible matches yesterday and today. I don't know what the heck we just saw with Rogue versus Hype, but Hype is getting me a little hype, to say the least.
Yeah, Savvy Seal, Bork, those guys have been solid in both of their series. This time, King Ranny subbed in for Heathcliff. And King Ranny, he played well, but really I thought the star was definitely Savvy Seal, and Bork, very, very good performance from him as well, but a massive disappointment if you're a Rogue fan, seeing them fall to Myth Gaming 3-1 and then fall to Hype Gaming 3-1. Both of these series, they were heavily predicted by everybody watching to be majorly in favor of Rogue, and Rogue fell short both times. So question marks for Rogue moving forward. What are they going to do? All eyes are on them, seeing how they respond to this and their continued situations where they've been falling short. So we'll see what happens with them. But again, congratulations to Hype Gaming moving on in the lower bracket. But now we've got Hollywood Hammers versus Eanix.
Yeah, that's right. Hollywood Hammers versus Eanix. Predictions are open right now, guys, but they're going to be closing very soon. Let us know who you're going to be predicting on this. Actually, I just take a look at the leaderboard right now. I just want to give a shout out to our three now. We're very close. A couple of these guys you might actually know. In third place, well, against tied, we have Dude with the Nose.
Ooh.
Dude with the Nose. Yeah, he's been in here.
Betting against Rogue.
Yeah, right. Well, actually, I think all of these guys got it wrong. They're just up there now because they predicted more. AutoCAD, actually in second. I know him. And HFox Esports is sitting up there in the tied for first spot. All three of those guys. So, congrats on those. Let's see if they can keep it up. Not too far behind are a few others, though. There's very, very close leaderboards right now.
I think HFox is the guy who does the social media for NRG. So... He's up there on the leaderboards. Well done.
Knows what he's talking about. Knows what he's talking about. Speaking of, I love their social media. And we do get to see them play a little bit together. But right now, again, is Hollywood Hammers versus Eanix. We talked a little bit before about who you thought. My money as well is going to be on Hollywood Hammers. These guys, we've seen these guys in the big leagues before. We know that they can perform. I thought they'd have it against Fabian. You did. You were right on that one before. But Hollywood Hammers, I expect to move on very far into the lower bracket.
Yeah, and Eanix, we saw them get absolutely slapped by Cloud9. In the final game, in their sweep, they got swept by Cloud9 3-0. But in their final game, they did keep it pretty close. Near the end of the game, they started to score, started to come back and make it a close game. But in the other games, they got crushed. So we'll see, is Cloud9 really as good as they seem? Or are they going to perform well against this Hollywood Hammers team and show us that, hey, Cloud9 is just that good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the scoreline from yesterday, and it's really hard to say. Only 4 goals total throughout the entire series coming up for Astro, Geschwind, and partners. And it's hard, though, because you're right. They were up against C9, and it's like, how do you even start to get goals? So we'll see if they can increase that scoreline today, or if Hollywood Hammers is going to knock them out. This is an elimination series. It's best of 5. We'll see who's right on the chat predictions, but it seems like the favor is definitely going to be Hollywood Hammers. Predictions are closed now. We get into game number 1. Off the bat, Astro trying to make a play. Astro player, you definitely want to keep an eye out. Very strong player moving up in the scene. I know a lot of the teams looking for RLCS teams coming up, or RLRS teams. Definitely looking at him. Geschwind, been in a while as well. Sham, someone not to be counted out.
And that was an early chance there. Vince put that one off the backboard for Satya. Satya just misjudged it. So good early chance for Hollywood Hammers that they weren't able to put in.
Darkfire almost had a little bit of a catch himself. Went for the demo, at least to try to open up a spot for his teammates to take a shot. A flick there will go into the hands of Astro. Sham also went up. They have to watch for those double commits. That could be punished later by Hollywood Hammers. Darkfire and Sathu to work together here. Darkfire realizing a little bit late that that play wasn't going to go, and he'll have to rush back to defense. Vince with a pop. Well, he gets bumped by Geschwind. That might lose his momentum there. Geschwind does get the touch around him, but not Darkfire. Astro fine with the clear. They tried for the pinch, and it might almost work out. Astro gets one final lob. Sathu will be there to push that to the side. No scoring yet by either team, just past that first minute of gameplay. The feelers are always out at this point in the series.
Absolutely, and really, Hollywood Hammers haven't been challenged that much. I definitely think they are looking like the better team in this matchup, just based on this minute and a half that we've seen so far.
Matthew pops that one down into the orange end. Geschwin awkwardly places that on the ground as Sathu and Darkfire try to get a play started up. I don't know if they're going for team pitches or if they're sending too many people to the ball each time, but hopefully one of these times it'll work out for them. As Astro and Geschwin try to get one, or Sham and Geschwin try to get one down the other end of the field. Hollywood losing possession. Geschwin just slams it through. No real plays being generated here. Could be a chance for Eanix. Darkfire, slow roll in front of the net. No one there to finish it, though.
That was a great chance. Vince and Sathu, they were hanging far too far in the back. But a really great hustle by Darkfire getting that pass in a dangerous spot.
Defensive air dribbles can be good for your team. Pulls that one to midfield. Can they generate an attack out of it? Maybe Vince gets a touch off the roof. Darkfire now with a chance to shoot it. He does. Just misses, but there's Sathu a little bit too far behind. Not able to get that finish on that. And I'm not sure why. It looked like he had boost, but just a little bit delayed to the ball. And he can't finish off. Still scoreless now. 2 minutes left.
Scoreless, but a massive amount of opportunities still for Hollywood Hammers. Just a matter of time before they put one in with the amount of pressure they've been putting on this defense.
Astro trying to get that one away. Sathu just a little bit of a backflip. Will keep that in the orange side. Darkfire and Vince, though, both a little bit too far. Here's a chance for Astro and Geschwin to put one on target. Not strong enough doink there, and that will get saved out last second by the defense of Hollywood Hammers. A second touch from Sathu will not connect. Geschwin clears that one down the other end of the field. That's a shot on it. Whoa, I thought Geschwin would have been there for that, and he was not indeed. And the first goal going to Hollywood Hammers.
Yeah, this one was all Vince passing it to himself. Sham thought he had more time, but no, Vince was quick to get to that one. And the solo play from Vince is what finally beats this Eanix defense.
The chat was calling Sham to get the first goal. Well, it was not. They have yet to get a single one. Chance there for counterattack as Sham throws that one across to Astro. Astro with an air dribble that almost worked. Got it past Darkfire. Not Vince, though. He barely keeps that one out as it bounces off the post. Geschwin back pass over to Astro. Geschwin trying to keep the pressure on there. Sham to send it up to Geschwin. I'll roll in front of the net, but Vince was going to beat anybody else there from Eanix. So they opted to just hold back a little bit and wait for his touch. The best option. 40 seconds left, though. Only game number 1, but they are down a goal. Keeping this one very close. All Hollywood Hammers has to do, though, is hold off the clock and start to burn down those seconds. Pinch there from Darkfire will buy them some more time. Not the best spot to put that one, Geschwin. And a chance now for a second goal, as that one's barely kept out. I don't know how that didn't go in yet, as Hollywood Hammers still in the lead. Should maybe have had a second goal there.
Yeah, that one, they should have taken advantage of that confusion. This is a dangerous spot here. That ball still hasn't hit the ground. They're going to be able to keep it up. But that should have been a goal from the Hollywood Hammers. They're thanking goodness that that ball just finally touches the ground.
Yeah.
Sathu had a line on that ball and a wide open net. Maybe it just surprised him, because Eanix, you know, they did fumble around right there, which resulted in that ball blooping out into the middle. But Hollywood Hammers, the only goal that they scored was that solo play by Vince. Darkfire, he had a great game yesterday. In a single game, I think he scored 3 or 4 goals in their first series, but he's been a little bit quiet since.
Yeah, Darkfire I think's at a total of 3. He got 3 at the beginning in their first game there, and then you're right, absolutely no goals since then. And I really want to see that burst of energy we saw from Darkfire as he flew onto the pitch at the beginning of that other series. But I mean, if your teammates are scoring and you're winning right now, not much need to really change anything at this point. We'll see if Eanix can answer it coming into game number 2. They held off very well. You see Astro the only one with shots, though. He was the only one really on the offense. Geschwind very good at midfield, keeping that pressure on. A lot of times I saw him turning around, just allowing his other two teammates get back, get boost, and then try for another push forward. But they do need to generate scoring opportunities and not just single attempt attacks.
Yeah, really, all of the offense has been coming from Hollywood Hammers. They had multiple chances that they missed, but Vince, you know, his one solo play was enough to put it by him. But really, the offense from Eanix has not been threatening Hollywood Hammers that much. There was the one opportunity that Astro had on that 2-versus-1 against Darkfire that Darkfire was easily able to save. But really, other than that, Eanix has not had a lot of chances to put one in.
Geschwind keeps that one away from the net. Good early start there from both teams, offensively for Hollywood and defensively for Eanix. We head back to a neutral game as a demo comes out. Physical play starting for Hollywood Hammers. Nice passing play there. Vince couldn't connect with the back of the net on that one. Sends it into the corner. Geschwind will take control. Still think Geschwind, one of the highest ranked and oldest players too. I think he's, for esports, he's very old. I think he's over 28 now.
That's Chrome territory.
So look at that. That's impressive. The old timers have a chance. Well, maybe not. Maybe not me, but
He probably plays with like a wrist guard because of carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel's kicking in. That's serious business,
Arthritis.
guys. Make sure you stretch your hands before you play. First minute in, no goals scored by either team. Back and forth as both teams try and struggle to get possession. A couple chances have been there for Hollywood, but they haven't really connected with anything. I mean, again, Sathu had a chance for a shot, just drops it down for Geschwind to turn that to the other end.
Yeah,
All
Sathu's
kind of attacks
reads,
fizzling out.
Sathu's reads have been struggling a little bit. He's had a few chances where had he just read the backboard bounce properly, he would have had a pretty easy goal. So he might be playing a little bit nervous, but still Hollywood Hammers not in a dangerous situation just yet.
Geschwind, nice doink out to Astro. He can't get there in time, though. Darkfire will beat him. He saw that one head on. No follow-up from Vince. He was out of boost, but a bump may give a chance for Darkfire to set that one up for Sathu. Couldn't generate that one in time. Geschwind, the slow play down the wall will be stopped by Vince as he body slams him into the wall. 2-minute penalty for boarding. Sathu tries to keep this play alive in front of the net. Geschwind does get in the nose of his car on that one to send it back to midfield, but they are starting to slowly get stuck deeper into their own end as Hollywood Hammers is starting to just get absolutely destructive on the field. A few demos coming out and bumps, and Eanix struggling to break out of their own defense right now. There's a 2.5-minute mark. There's finally a chance. They take it high. Commit a lot, though. Geschwind tries to get that back up to his teammates. Maybe a slow play would have opted better. There's Sathu, finds just the corner as the defense just misses on a touch. First goal, 2.5 minutes left. We saw a very low scoring last game, and it might be the same story here.
Great hustle by Darkfire there, and then it looked like Astro, he was just a split second rather short in getting to that ball, and Sathu, keeping the faith, just stayed on that line and gets that one off the backboard. So well done by Sathu, staying in the play.
And chat, I'm old too. I'm only ripping on him because I'm there too. 2 minutes left now. We'll see if Eanix can pull back a goal. This might be a chance. Off the kickoff. It's always a great spot to start again. Generate some momentum off the kickoff. The fresh start. Astro just misses that bottom corner. Trying to take advantage of the Hollywood Hammers flopping defense there. They still have a chance. They still have possession. But they might start to lose on pressure here if that pops over Astro. And it does. He tries to set it down for Sham, but gives it to Vince instead, who tries to set up another play. Darkfire, nice little pop-up there for Sathu. Vince will opt to back off. There's Darkfire with a follow, but puts it right into Astro as he preemptively backflips on that one. Placement could have been better, and that could have extended their lead.
You're absolutely right. Darkfire just needed to put that a little bit right or left, or really anywhere rather. He shot that directly at the only player in net.
Geschwind sets that to the side for Astro. He won't be able to take that one off Sathu. No doink from him. Sham will have to follow that one up, but good recovery there. Options were bountiful, but they're still stuck in their own end. Sathu tries to find that corner. Almost getting the placement he needed, but it was just a little bit wide right. Darkfire back pass. Sathu should be there. He's boosted up off the wall. Let's see a small dribble come out. Sham and Geschwind are both ready, though, and they will be able to send that one to midfield. No, Darkfire quickly sends that one right back. Almost a play by himself, but a weak shot. Will go a little bit wide, and Astro will keep it to the side. Again, Hollywood Hammers putting on a very, very strong offense right now. Eanix struggling to break out. Maybe these demos are going to be what they need. But these touches still just lacking in any kind of power.
Yeah, right now, 9 shots for Hollywood Hammers, only 2 for Eanix.
And that's very rough, but only a 1 goal difference. I mean, this defense has been holding off for a very, very long time. We'll see if they can generate 1 counterattack in the final 7 seconds. This might be a chance here if they can keep the pressure up. Sham will try to bounce that one up. Out to a teammate. That could be a chance still. Geschwind just on the wrong side of the ball. Couldn't put that one on target. It will roll up. It's still alive, and almost a turnaround here. Off the post. Sathu can't finish it off. It is still alive right now unless it touches the ground, and it will. And Hollywood Hammers gonna take another one now against Eanix. Very, very lopsided if we show possession on what side of the field we are on.
Yeah, possession heavily in favor of Hollywood Hammers, out shooting Eanix a total of 10 shots to 2. The Hammers again having chances to put shots in, but still only scoring a single goal. This second 1-0 defeat over Eanix. So the Hammers offense has done the bare minimum to get them through, but their defense is holding strong. Eanix, on the other hand, they've had a very few opportunities, maybe 2 or 3 opportunities where they could have feasibly put a ball in the back of the net, and they haven't capitalized on that. But still only 1-goal games. Eanix, if they just can get something going, they might be able to get back into this one. Neither one of these teams has really done a ton on the offensive side of the ball.
No, you're right. I mean, like, and even those shots that were coming off, a lot of them were very weak. I mean, not too difficult for Eanix to save. I mean, placement has been a little weak. I mean, we saw that one with Astro where he literally just stayed in the same spot. Had he not even backflipped, it likely would have been a save. So even when they are generating those shots, they're not the best scoring opportunities. Their placements are a little off. We'll see if Hollywood can change it up a bit. With a dominating offense like that, you'd expect a much different scoreline than 1-0 by the end of the game.
But Hollywood, they must be feeling good. The Hammers up 2-0. This is a best of 5.
Bringing the Hammers down.
They're about to bring this hammer down and knock out Eanix from the tournament.
Well, this will be our first sweep that we've seen in this tournament so far, if it happens. And there's the first goal early on. A whole bunch of stuff happening right off the kickoff.
Yeah, this one, Vince almost getting a double tap there. Darkfire shot that one in. That was an excellent save. But Sathu came in and just cleaned up that trash in front of the net. 2 players went for that save. That left it wide open for Sathu to come in and clean up.
In the first 8 seconds, already a goal for Hollywood Hammers. Sathu grabs second goal in this series, at least, leading his team in goals. He has been a little more quiet overall, but there is Darkfire finally getting a goal after not getting a single one after a series the other day.
Yeah, and this...
in the upper bracket.
And that one, just a massive dunk by Vince, leading to that wide open net by Darkfire. I didn't even see where the rest of the Eanix players was. There was nobody on that orange half whatsoever to defend that shot.
Off the wall there, Geschwind should be able to take that one back into his hands. He does, and a follow-up by himself. Trying to be that solo setup. A demo, though, that may be an open net a little bit wide. That will roll down to the orange end. Vince tries to set something up out of it. Darkfire to Sathu, put it back to Darkfire just off the post. That would have been an incredible play had they landed that one in the net. Still great that they're looking out for each other. First minute in, Hollywood Hammers seeing a much better scoreline based off the offense they've had since game number 2. As they're up 2 goals. Eanix looking to answer any of these. 3 goals unanswered over the past 2 games so far. See if they can find a spot here. Geschwind pops that out to hoping a teammate, but it was Darkfire instead who sends it to Vince. Vince already reading the play, sets that one forward. See if Sathy will be in for that. A little bit late to the ball, and Astro will bully him out of the way. Darkfire, nice back pass there to Vince. Vince will get stopped out. Sham, critical that he got that 50-50. Otherwise, Darkfire
my goodness,
would have a chance at a shot. A pinch just off the post. Almost grabbing a goal for Eanix. There's another shot, though. 2 boomers at the net. Eanix still scoreless, though.
They almost got credit for that pinch there. But still, the defense from the Hammers starting to come alive. And Sathu almost forcing that one in himself. But I've been noticing Sathu has just been that third player back, always waiting to come in and clean up. All of his opportunities really are always coming as that third player. So had he been on a little more on point, though, I think the Hollywood Hammers would have won both games 1 and 2 more convincingly. But still, here in game 3, they're keeping this shutout streak alive. Eanix has not been able to score a single goal so far in this series. So you have to give credit to Hammers for pulling that off.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll get one and then the flood will happen the second they can find out how to get it past this defense. It's going to be their first step, though. Any kind of chance just get stuffed out generally at midfield and put right back down into their own end. Vince keeps that away from Astro. Darkfire sends that down in.
That was a good idea there from Darkfire. He tried to pass that over to Vince, but it was just too far out of Vince's
Just
reach.
a little bit out. Off the backboard, Schwinn just trying to take Sathu out of play, but takes Sham out of the play instead, as Sathu almost had a chance at a shot. Hard angle, though. Sathu and Dark rushing back to defense. See if Vince can generate a play here. Moves that one down the field. Darkfire already up to try to set up a play for Sathu. That won't happen as Geschwin takes that one over his head. A shot himself. Vince will stop that one on the goal line. Minute 30 left. Still no answers at all from Eanix. Getting shut out. Well, getting just one goal will be the goal here. And not getting shut out by these teams. This is an elimination. This is match point right now for Hollywood Hammers. If they can hold off in this 2-0 lead, they will move on in the bracket, taking Geschwind, Sham, and Astro completely out of the CyberpowerPC tournament. Eliminating any kind of hopes they had of that 5K prize pool. Astro trying to stuff one past Vince there. Sham coming in a little bit awkwardly. That will give the possession over to Darkfire. Geschwind knew he had to put everything into it. With 45 seconds left, they have to put absolutely everything into it. Double demo from Sathu as Vince tries to set up a play. And this is just destruction now at this point for Hollywood Hammers. And they are just controlling the field.
Preserving the shutout still. Doing a good job of passing a little bit more this game. And that shot by Sathu turned aside. So good defense by Eanix, but still the Hammers have prevented any offense from Eanix.
And there it is with 14 seconds left. We can almost say it's all but over at this point, as Eanix, unable to get a single goal against their opponents, the Hollywood Hammers, will be eliminated out of the tournament. And Hollywood Hammers moving on in the bracket. GG's to everyone there. And Hollywood Hammers, now the climb begins back to the top.
Yeah, the Hollywood Hammers, we saw them play Fibian earlier. It seemed like their offense struggled a little bit in that series against Fibian. And here again in Eanix, they were able to win 3 games in a sweep without allowing a single goal. But their offense, they only scored 4 goals in 3 games. So I want to see them score more goals if they hope to have a chance moving forward in the bracket. But still, a great job from them on defense. They'll just need to tighten up that offense a little bit more. But overall, great job from them not even allowing a single goal. That's something that you don't see that often. It's very rare to get the shutout sweep.
Well, again, I mean, it's as you said for the goal scoring. Sorry, that's where my train of thought was. As you said for the goal scoring, I mean, this team has just generally been low on the goal scoring, and will that hold off as they move on further into the bracket is going to be the real big question. If you're not getting that many goals, even if you get a goal or two, and you're against opponents that are going to put a couple more in, you're going to lose the game. So it's good to see them move on, but that might become a bit more difficult for them as this bracket gets a little bit more tough as we move on. Speaking of, we do have more of a bracket coming up over the next 2 days. One more match today. one more match today. And thanks
It's
for
a
that
doozy
wonderful
as well.
tweet from NRG. Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. We see NRG versus Myth Gaming. Now, generally, back in the day, most people would have thought that part of the bracket would have been NRG versus Rogue. Myth Gaming, though, took out Rogue 3-1 in the upper bracket. And now Rogue out of the tournament. Myth is trying to look up. This is Lachinio's return. As he's playing with Team Canada, but from what I heard, we do have Chrome subbing again. Chrome was the goal scorer yesterday. Chrome was an absolute asset to that team.
Yeah, Chrome, he had one game where he scored 4 goals all by himself, which is quite a feat, especially at this level. And Myth, that was the team that knocked Rogue down into the lower bracket. So they have a great amount of skill, but NRG, this is a scary, scary team. NRG, up until the rise of Cloud9, has been viewed as the best team in North America. So Myth, they're going to have their hands full with that NRG squad.
It's going to be difficult, but it's coming up, guys, and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you get your predictions in. If you do not know, there are prizes for getting predictions. Go to the site, !predictions in the chat. Click on that link, get your predictions in. They close the second that this match begins, the second that those players touch the ball. It is over. That's coming up after this. One more time, of course, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors, the people that make this possible: Amazon, Intel, WD, NVIDIA, and MSI. And of course, CyberpowerPC. They're the ones putting this on for you. And Sivo behind the scenes. Shout outs to every single one of these guys. Let's give a I'm going to give a shout out to you, James. I miss you, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that.
I miss you. I'm glad you're here right
well.
now. Again, go get your hydration. Go get your food. We're going to be back in just a few.